Hello, welcome back. We don't have a whole lot we're doing today. We're gonna build a crane. Well, we got it built, but uh, I'll show you how to build it. We haven't really done a whole lot offline. A few tips there I'll show you on a couple of things I found out. Uh, but yeah, it's we got did some farming offline, so we got our 4 stacks. We'll go box up of the broccoli for our spud shotgun. I used up that the signpost there, and this is one of the things, and some of the ramps and whatnot I found. Pull this off and show you. There's a neat trick to some of this stuff that I stumbled across. I wasn't sure if it worked on anything but the topsoil bags, but yeah, it works here, and this is actually useful. So we'll take this off. Those will drop down, of course. Put those back on in a second. So yeah, if you put it on here, let's just see, wrong way around. Okay, so you can see here I got no way of getting it where I want it. So even if I'm over here, if I left click and hold, I can drag it across the surface into the right position. And there you go. It won't drag it off the location. As you can see there, if I go too far as I can go. Otherwise, if I go, it just takes it off. But yeah, works for getting into the right place if you can't, so you don't have to build some weird structure around it to get it into the right place. And of course, I just got to put all this stuff back. Yeah, figured I'd bring that up. I found that to work on the topsoil bags, this, and the ramps. Make sure I got that right thing. Nope, nope. Let me just fix that. There we go. That's better. So yeah, that's basically the only change I made to anything outside of this. Uh, yeah, other than that, we got our farmer here for testing when picked him up. But yeah, I added some cattle guards. The size I built this, I can use this one for all my packages. I can still fit them inside, but allows me to keep these guys inside. So yeah, here's the crane. So I can turn. This is Con's gaming setup. Somebody else might have done it, but it's where I've seen it. He's got a couple of variations of it, but yeah, allows you to extend out and in. And I got it set up so I can raise it up. Yeah, it allows me to pick this guy up. I put a light on it. So that way it helps me at nighttime if I'm doing this. And this one I got on a button just because I got that piston set to 15. If I did 15 at this, and of course it would pull everything right out of whack. Comes down, grabs a hold of them. Yeah, lets me drop them inside. And I just release it. But the thing about this is we have to remember when we build this thing is that pistons, as you can tell, if you didn't already know it, they got quite the flex in them. So it's something you got to pay attention to, and that's why this one goes up, is to make sure we get over top of it. then that raises back. I push the off button and everything retracts. Oops, didn't mean to jump down. So yeah, that's our setup here. I got all the buttons on this side. Con's thing had pistons here instead of this setup that extended out on a button to full length and then sucked it back in. We'll show you that version. But yeah, if you like spaghetti, there's lots of spaghetti here. Oh, you've seen it all. Good luck. No, we'll show you basics. I won't rip this thing down. I pre-built it and colored it and whatnot because I wanted to make sure that this grabbing system worked before I showed it. I know Con's ones work, which, like I said, I'll put under there just to show you. You can look at his. But what you need minimum, I won't show you the seat. I went electric because we got lots of electric batteries and you can make them now, and I don't really use electric for much of anything else. But yeah, the seat is pretty basic. Put the seat on, seat goes to the engine goes to the bearing that allows you to rotate. This way, it's a little bit hard to get used to, but you push the S and a W forward and backward to rotate around. And yeah, we could put the steering one to it, but then you only get to turn a tiny little bit, and as soon as you release it, flips back, whereas this allows you to do that full constant turning in either direction, and when you release it stays in that location. I tried actually putting the bearing onto one here so this could turn and rotate in case something, like say if you use this as a log pickup, you could rotate it to if the log's in an odd direction. But I don't suggest using this one if you're going to do that unless it's going to be minimal turns, because yeah, otherwise it hits the shaft here. Unless you got to extend it out the right way, like since there's no collision on the piston itself, you could extend it out a bit and could do full rotations. But to do that, you'd have to upgrade your seat to level 5. And for those that might not know, when you upgrade your seat to level 5, you can hit when you got your tool out on the bearing, hit E. Now it allows you to bring up this, so you can change the turn speed to the left and the right, and bring it up to 120. I don't know why they got the bar there if it only goes to 120, but whatever. So you can't do full 180 turns on it, but I don't think you'd need it for that kind of setup if that's what you're going for. But let's show you the connections. It can be quite complicated at times. So minimally, I have 8 logic gates on this thing because I got the extra piston. But minimum you need to get the 2 pistons going is at least 7 of the logic gates. I'll show you that one in a bit. But anyways, let's put on some logic gates. So I got this spread out, and it's basically what you see from me putting it in this direction is just how it's set up. Opposite, anyways. But yeah, let's turn this up so you can see things flashing. Put this over here. Okay. So keep this at the end. This goes to ore, and this is NOR. And then you just connect them in this direction, which then creates a loop. And of course you want a button for shutting it off. So let's put the buttons down here so we can see stuff. And you're going to need a minimum of 2 of these. So then from that, let's connect this up to the AND gate. See, it shuts it off. So when we turn that on, activates it. And then from this gate, which is a NOR, we come down to here and here. So this is a NOR gate, or XNOR, sorry. And this is an OR gate. Let me just double check that. That is a, yeah, XNOR. And then connect down to another AND gate. So when we turn it all on, you'll see everything flashing. Turn it off. And then this button here, you want to connect to the other 2 AND gates. Because without this, then the pistons don't retract. They'll stay where they are. So, if, such as this, if I didn't connect to the AND gates, when I push the off button, they would stay at that location. Whereas if I push it here, it retracts it back to normal. So from here, we want put that out there. So connect it up here. You want a minimum. You'll want a minimum of 2 of these, anyways. And of course, set them, because of the way things work right now. Got to go back and double check it. Okay, it's just keeping these at slow. So now, what you want is to connect this one to the one closest, which in this terms is that one. And then this one coming off of the NOR gate, we put to here. So we turn that on, as you can see. See, if I did connected this to the outside one, I don't know why it does this. Yeah, it's not doing it now. Okay, never mind. Forget everything I said there. For some reason, when I was doing that one, if I didn't have that one connected to the first one, it would start extending this thing. I don't know why, but it doesn't seem to be doing it this time. So, moving on. So this one here, now we got to connect these things up. So we connect this up to the OR and the OR gate. And this button here to the NOR gate and the XNOR. So now when we push them, of course it's out of view a bit, but when we push these buttons, see, it sucks it in, pushes it out. Release, stays. Release. See, once the one piston hits 7, the other one will keep going. Because it retracts one block at a time. But yeah, works pretty good. And of course, if you turn up the speed, it just goes nuts. But yeah, turn it off, everything goes back to normal. Now, if for some reason you wanted to be like me and put more pistons on, there's a trick to it. You'd think you could just connect it to one of these, but it didn't work. Although I said that about something else and it didn't work the last, or didn't do what I was expecting it to do, so. But we'll show you. See, don't connect it to this one here, the OR gates. You only want to duplicate this run here. So this is what happened if you do it here. It doesn't seem to work. And of course I'm wrong again. What in the hell? Why is it going nuts? It's still on fast. Yeah, this was not working. Huh. Maybe I didn't have to do it. But don't hook it to this one anyways. I know that. It just didn't seem to work. Connect as many to this one. So maybe I'll have to readjust that. You learn something new all the time. But yeah, that's how that works. For every one you put on, just connect a new one up. As you can see here. Do another one for the hell of it. And now that I've been doing it, let's do that for some reason. Huh, maybe there was a bug when I was doing it and I just needed to reboot. Because everything's working the way it should, but it wasn't working when I built that one. Testing, testing. Yeah, who knows, this might screw up the next time I log in. This one doesn't anyways, but yeah, that's the setup there. And like I said, I got these ones on button just because of the length, and that's for closing. And where is it? The one back here I got on here to raise it up, as you've seen. And yeah, there's a reason I had this up and down motion set up the same way, but there's a little bit of a difference to it, and it'll probably change now that I've keep saying that it doesn't work, and then it does, but I'll show you. So you can go upwards with this, but coming down, so yeah, it doesn't look like much. It looks like everything works perfectly. Going up is fine. The one that's down. Let's switch these up. So yeah, everything looks hunky-dory here. Until you put weight on the one going down. So if we show you this, as you can see, as soon as you got a bit of weight on it, this continues to slowly move down. And you have to retract it to get it back up, but and upgrading these doesn't do anything. Changing the speed, it's whatever physics they got for it. It doesn't hold. So I switched mine back to just a standard button. So, just a warning anyways. But yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, now they got that, go ahead and make your own there. And of course, if you're gonna do two separate units, kind of like say the horizontal one I got on this one, and if you do a vertical, for each line you want, you have to build this whole setup separately. You could integrate the buttons, but all these have to be separated, a whole new unit to operate. And yeah, because otherwise when you push the button, not being on the same circuit, when you push this one, the other one's going to go at the same. So just so you know. Let's pick all this crap up. And then we'll pick this guy up here. Oops. Didn't mean to remove the floor. So yeah, there's a couple of ways of doing this. Let's see here. Show you the one that Con had. I'll keep that one. So I can do both. Just to show you. And then I need that other one. See if it works on this one for finally. So we'll go with 2 buttons. One for that, the other one for those 2 pistons. Of course, connect them to the seat. Next connections. Okay, come on, get up there. Suddenly I can't jump. What the hell? So for now, I'll remove that one. We'll go That. Okay. Okay, let's start it up. Gotta raise it. Without the light, it's a little harder to see at this distance. There's the one I was looking for. Come down, grab a hold of it, retrieve it. See, it works pretty good. But the only reason why I didn't do it this way, put this back down. Not used to it. Yeah, if I have this thing all the way down, I'd have to raise this up, and I can't, like I can swing right now because it just happens to work out, but yeah, if I gotta rotate all the way around. I could put that on bearings too so it flips up really. So that way it could rotate up and out of the way, which is another option, yeah. Could have had that. But I went for this setup. This one is probably lighter than this. I went with those, but these are a little bit heavier. And this way too, I could use it for logs and whatnot. But yeah, that's the setup there. So we'll get rid of this and show you the other one. Okay, get rid of that. Hell here. Oh yeah, that's why. I forgot to disconnect that button. Like, why is this working? Oh yeah, I still got those connected. Get rid of all the excess crap that I don't need. Okay, now it'll work. Oh. Did I not have... Oh, bloody hell. I forgot to connect that button back up. Okay, now it'll work. So yeah, works basically the same. So it's your choice which one you want to use. There's really no right or wrong way of doing it. It's just how you prefer to do it. Like the only thing about his setup, oops, of that other setup way, would be that you could put that on a new system like that, so they could extend quite a bit out, and you can do it a better clamping system, so it doesn't have to fully extend and fully retract. You can have a better control over it. But there's all sorts of ways to do stuff like this here. With mine, I That's why I sort of went this way. I can... You could probably come up with something to, that way on the other setup, but yeah, I like it. Alrighty, let's get this thing hooked up. Of course, this thing's going to drop out when I move the trailer outside. No big deal, we'll just pick it up again. Don't go too far over. Need you in view. Might be a little too far away. I always forget to eat. Got that automatic moving bug. I tend to forget too when I'm building stuff that I got crops going, and then I hear them smashing everything up, and I go there and half my stuff's destroyed. Let's see if I got a... Can I reach it from here? Oh. Duh. Wonder why everything was... Forgot to take that off. I'm like, why isn't anything working? And this is the other thing too. If you don't know the flex on these things. Like you can see here, I'm one above, but the farther out I go, it droops down. So on these sets of threes, by the time I reach to the end, it's dropped like 4 blocks. It's quite a drop. So yeah, you gotta keep that in mind when you're building, testing. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna have to, oops, wrong button. Oh, it's just out of range. So I was thinking about the spotlight, like I said, I can sort of gauge, play some pool, put some backspin on it. Okay, let's do this again. Oops. Whips around so much here. Line? No, too far out. Oh. Yeah, it's heavy at that length. Plus, being on this thing, as you can see, it made it look even worse than it was because it tipped so far, the trailer itself. Okay. You could stop them from rolling about, but I don't really care. It's not like it's gonna hurt anything. Might have to get the speed on this thing going a little bit more. Oh, actually, I need to go get some of the packaging done first. No sense going to the guy when I don't have any packages for him, except for that guy back there. And yeah, I can do broccoli here, good. I haven't tested this thing on these crates yet. I'm going to try it. I don't know if the pistons will hold it by itself while you're picking something up. Be a good test. He's got so much power when it's on its own. What am I doing? Take this stuff out, because otherwise it'll screw things up. Push 3 to activate. And walk away. Let that continue. Let's see if I can pick this thing up. Oh, I moved. Probably just gonna have to stack them like normal, but figured to give it a shot. I haven't tested this yet. It really doesn't like grabbing onto those. Look at that, it just... Yeah. So yeah, don't try that out. Eh, too far. Got it all tucked away. Okay. little bit more power. See if I can climb this hill. Go away. No. Need to take the easier path. Slope's just too steep for gas engine. Why did that thing turn sideways? Looks like it just turns itself. Huh, that's odd. Yeah, just keep turning around. Maybe you have to put a locking mechanism on it. What is wrong with this thing? There we go. Wish you could zoom out more. Yeah, that little extra speed just makes this thing want to fishtail constantly. That's why I had it down one more notch so it didn't fishtail around. Go. Four broccoli and one trapped farmer. Nice. There we go. Shotgun. Still does the same amount of damage, so if you haven't seen it, the farm bots still take. This thing uses 2 spuds each time you fire. The only difference is that the farm bots will still, or the hay bots will still take 4 shots, but you're shooting 2 at a time, so it's really only 2 shots with the shotgun compared to 4, so you can clean house a little quicker. The only one I've seen, maybe they might change it at some point in time, is the Gatling gun. For some reason, it's not the same damage output it appears to be. It seems like it's less per potato on damage. So to me, it's not worth wasting your time on it, other than it looks and seems cool. Because who doesn't like Gattlers, but still, if it's not really as effective, you waste a ton more potatoes for just to look cool. The other thing we'll do is call her quits on the episode for this. It's been a long one, and the plan is I got 2 locations for a new base. One I stumbled across. I've never seen it before. It's in a farmer's field. There's a couple of bots that appear to spawn there or nearby, but being a farm field, you know, doesn't take much for a cow to move it into the location, so it's hard to say. So it's the best location I've seen for farming, but could be more hazardous, which for now, I just might have to put up some better defenses and whatnot. But the other location looks nicer, no hay bots, and no bots seem to spawn around it. But of course, it's basically a stretch of roadway between the ocean and the lake, with a little bit of grass on each side and a little uncovered spot for where you could do the farming. So it's safer and looks prettier, but at least for the view. But having a road going through your base kind of, to me, kind of sucks. But we'll go over and set up on the other one, see what it's like. I might choose not to stay there. Who knows? But that's what we're going to do on the next episode. Have a good one. Hope you enjoy. Comment, like. Thanks.